Hey guys, welcome back to Sapper Steel Forge, and if you're anything like me, you're ready for this here crazy winter to go and get somewhere. It's cold. I think it's like 34 degrees right now. 2 days ago it was 70. It doesn't make any sense, and I'm ready for it to be dead. Oh man. Alright, so we had a vote. One person voted. But you know what? That's fine. I was just trying to see if, y'all wanted to have a little interaction. But hey, the one person that voted, your vote counts. So what we're going to be doing this week is what we're going to be attempting this week is an armor piercing push dagger. Now, I'm going to do a couple of different push daggers so that we can demonstrate the difference between a standard one and then the crazy thing I have in mind. Basically, what I was saying, I was looking at a bunch of videos on the people recreating the Roman pilum. I assume I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. That's how they said it. Anyhow, it had like a pyramid tip, right? And that pierced through like shields and stuff real well. So I was thinking, what if I translated that over to a push dagger? Could I can use it to punch through armor? Now, obviously, I don't have any body armor laying around, and if I did, I wouldn't waste it on this. And I sure as heck don't got the money to, purchase some and, go testing it. But we do still have those gas tanks from the Warhammer build. And so what we're going to do is we're going to build this thing, and then I'm going to see if I can punch through a gas tank with it. I'm thinking I'm either going to build in an integral guard for my knuckles, or maybe I'll fit something, glove, piece of cardboard, something over it to, protect myself during the testing. But we will be doing the testing. The part of the build on this one here is going to be seeing if it works. We know the Roman pilum worked. And so I'm just, basically the question is, can a person recreate the same forces, with just a punch and punch through armor with it? So that should be fun. It should be a lot of craziness, one way or the other. Looking to do a couple of, builds like that. At the end of it, I probably will be putting some push daggers onto the shop. I don't know about the armor piercing one, because I don't know if that's actually going to work. We're going to find out. Was playing around, I built a sling stick. Again, another thing I've seen from a historical recreation. Maybe we'll do a short video just testing it out. I mean, I've already tested it. It's simple. It's a stick with a little carved notch area and a piece of leather. And I haven't tried rocks, but you can sling a gumball with it. The little spiky gumballs. You can sling them pretty darn good. So it was fun. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're going to be at. I think for this build, to make my life a little bit easier, and because of the quality of it, I don't need good edge retention. I'm looking for something that it's just tough. So I think I'll go back to the well and actually use a railroad spike. We'll cut it off. Obviously, the shape's almost perfect already. We'll draw out the end, give it the little handle, We'll put some sort of a handle on there, probably some sort of wood, make it look pretty. And then, then we'll test it out. So, y'all stick around. So hey guys, one of those moments where I got a good ways through with this thing and realized I hadn't videoed anything. Not a problem, we're still in the forging process, so let me show you what we got going on. Alright, it's a little hard to see with the light being what it is right here, but we've got kind of a pyramid, long needle-shaped front that'll come to a real good point, a bit of a rounded neck. I flattened this part out and I've cut it, and that's going to actually get opened up like this, and that'll be the handle. So as you can see, we really went with that pilum look with the pyramid on it, with the round shaft, and the idea is that should be able to just grab it and really punch through and pierce armor with it. So we're going to continue it. We've got our second normal looking one coming along. Having a little trouble with the handle. It's being a pain in the butt. I think I should have forged it first. It's a little hard to grab the blade. My bad. That's usually not that big a problem, but it is with this thing. So we're going to do that, and then I might have an idea for a third even weirder one. So well, maybe we'll do that too. Alright guys, so we're back. It's after lunch, and I have done just an absolute crap job of making a video this week. I just forgot the video anything, but we're not done. We just missed all the forging, but you know what, that's okay. We've got this thing. Now, I know it don't look like a lot right now, but once it's ground, it'll look a lot better. You'll have the dagger here, and of course we'll grind this part down to be a comfortable handle, because it's all crazy shaped right now, but this will work. And we'll probably put some sort of wood on here. You know what, maybe hickory. It looked kind of pretty. Nice little hickory push dagger. Now, as far as the armor piercing one goes, so I did what I said I was doing, and I cut it down and I split it off to make the handle, and then kind of lost my mind a little bit and decided instead of a wood handle, I wanted to go completely crazy blacksmith. So it looks like this now. Yeah, I put some twist on there. Weirdly enough, that's oddly comfortable. That is, I will probably do like a little bit of a leather wrap in there and to hold it better, but just popping it against that wood right there, that really doesn't eat into my hand or anything. That's oddly comfortable for the weird shape that it is. Obviously, the sides come up a bit much. I may cut that down some. I don't know. Obviously, the neck part is still quite thick. We'll grind that and then turn this into a proper pyramid-looking spike, and then we'll harden it. In theory, yeah, this it feels good. It feels like I could, swing in there. So I guess we'll see. We're just gonna drive on, do a bit of grinding, and go from there. Alright, so end of the day for today, guys. Got the grinding done. Tell you what, I was using the 5160 for this one here, the little one, and that stuff is tough to drill through. Given that it's just a tester, I may just punch through it, hot punch it, just to get the holes. But overall, it's pretty comfortable. When I put a wood grip on there, that'll actually be pretty nice. The shape I had hammered out just really didn't work out for a dagger shape, so it's kind of a little mini buoy flip point. But, I mean, that works. There's certainly, push daggers that have that shape to them. And, it feels pretty good in the hand. It's not... I might make the wood a little wider than the steel, just to fit it to the hand a little better. But, overall, that's not bad. See, we got got it shaped down a little better. Got this nice and smooth. And... boy, is that a nasty looking spike now, ain't it? Oh, I can't wait to test this thing out. What I have figured out is, definitely going to do some leather wrapping here. I'll probably follow the contours, but for aesthetic. But, definitely not... After a couple punches, it starts to eat into you. It makes you really not want to keep going. But overall, it's not that uncomfortable. And I think what I'll do is I've got some canvas, some old burlap. And so I think I'll do a wrap with the burlap and then a leather over it. So it'll be nice and soft and just get in there and really punch through. The little pyramid spike came out real nice. So, yeah, can't wait to try this thing out. So, we won't be doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to work. It is my last week at the computer shop. Moving on. Of course, grateful for that opportunity, but I've got a new job now. So, things will be changing. I'll have a little less time to work in the shop, but I'll have a job that pays a lot more, and that's kind of important these days. Anyways, we're going to call it for today, and we'll get right back at it Wednesday and finish these up. Oh, alright guys, so a few extra days passed. Weather has been nuts. We had snow, and now it's warm again. Y'all make of that whatever you care to. I'm done trying to figure this place out. I love it, but I can't figure it out for nothing. But what we have done is finished up both push daggers, and we're ready to move forward with the testing. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is the sharp one. I did not take the time to really polish up the handle because this one's for me. I'll actually go back and strip off some of the beeswax and then probably polish it up again later. But for now, there it is, nice and sharp. And there's that walnut handle. I just used some of the scraps, and in spite of not really being polished, I only went through the 220 grit, it still looks gorgeous. It's got some divots in it. I'll go in and clean it up and make it proper later. Just really wanted to finish it up so we could get on with the testing. So it feels good in the hand, and you know, it's good and sharp. So the other one, as you see, you know, I didn't bother to wrap it up. I'm gonna do it as is. We'll just tough it out. But I did put a little bit more of a point on that thing, and I mean, that's very pointy. I don't think this is going to go through the motorcycle tank. To be honest, it's not a question of the design. Things like this can punch through some hardened materials. It's about the forces involved. The kind of force that it takes to punch through that tank. We were able to generate it with the Warhammer, but the Warhammer has more weight on the head of it, and then as you're coming with a big swing like that, you know, physics tells us that the head is moving faster than, you know, the hand, so, you know, so they arrive at the same time, and that generates just a lot of force, and it punches through. This has the same shape as the Warhammer that punched through his tanks, but I'm really doubtful that I'm going to be able to generate the kind of force that it takes to get through it. But we'll see. I might get surprised. But that's my guess so far. So we're going to head outside and get to working. Alright, so like I said, the first thing we're going to start with is just these 4 pieces of cardboard. I just got them kind of hanging here. And we're going to try out the sharp one first. So we'll give it 2 slashes and then try to punch through. This is just kind of the baseline. I fully expect this to go right on through. But here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's exactly what we expected. I mean, that's what a good punch dagger should be able to do. Slice pretty deep. I mean, it's sharp. If that were, it went all the way through 1 layer of cardboard. So yeah, if that was a person, they'd be pretty badly injured. And we're gonna do exactly the same thing. Move this tree out here. Now, with this one here. Now, like I said, I don't expect this one to slash like the other one. It doesn't have any sharp edges. I think that point will do some scratching, but I really expect to see depth when I push through. Whoops, I already put a hole. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that, yeah. And yeah. So again, that just goes right on through. Wow. That don't want to come out there. Alright, so let's take this down and have a look here. And yeah, so with this one here, we got clean cuts what we expect from the sharp edge. It goes in. Oh, and yeah, I mean, there it is all the way through. You know, that sharp edge does it. On the other one, we see a nasty scratch. That's not a cut. That is just ripping, and that would be unpleasant. But I mean, it's not a not lethal cut, but that would suck a lot. But this hole, that is jagged, nasty, and it goes all the way through. You hit somebody anywhere in this area like that, or anywhere that there was blood vessels, they'd be in a world of hurt. All right, so the next test we're doing, this is just a box. I Christmas wrapped it solely because we're not doing free advertising for anybody. It is packed tight with some newspaper. So what I want to see is just how well this goes through some dense material. It doesn't wish to hold still for it. Okay, so it does have some issues. All right, so interesting. The density really it stopped it. I thought the first time it was just a box moving, but no, it goes in about there, and then that densely packed newspaper just stops the blade. So interesting. I guess if you were wearing an armor of densely packed newspaper, you'd be fine. And see if the pyramid tip does any better. So 3, 2, 1. And the armor piercing tip just, I mean, it sunk all the way in. I think the shape just really lets it move the material and just punch through. So it's doing what it's intended to do. So cool. All right, so this is the same tank. If you saw the Warhammer video, this here, some of this damage came from the Warhammer. This came from the spike on the Warhammer. So we know this design on a Warhammer will punch through this steel, but understanding, medieval armor piercing technology really wasn't about punching through plate steel. It was about getting through chainmail around the plate steel. And while I think this would do the same thing, I am very doubtful that I'm going to be able to generate the kind of force to punch through this. But let's give it one try just for the heck of it. Ready? So 3, 2, 1. Well, okay, so I actually managed to put a tiny hole in it, which is kind of more than I thought I was going to do. It dented it in. It actually pierced the steel. I'm gonna give it one more try just for the heck of it now. All right, here we go. We're gonna pick another spot here in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that actually punched in. Can you see that real good? Yeah, that's actually a square hole. So yeah, if you were wearing this, number one, the rounded edges would really. It wouldn't be able to get a square enough hit. You wouldn't be able to generate the kind of force, and even if you did, it's liable to slide off. But if your armor was dented and I was punching down on you, I could scare you a bit. When the battle was over, you'd be like, wow, there's a hole in my armor, but that's about it. So, yeah, this was a fun build. It's not incredibly functional. Like I said, that is, while the blacksmithing handle was cool looking, it's kind of uncomfortable. Definitely the other one with the walnut handle is way more comfortable. I'm not going to try it on here. I know for a fact it's not going to punch through this. But anyways, this was a lot of fun, and appreciate all y'all watching, and y'all take care.